Okay, so last time we have interacted that what is Python, what is the overview, and which type of things we can do better in the Python. So today we will see a little bit more about it. And last time we have also interacted that it's having dynamic data type of variables that you need not to say that you are using integer, float, or character. Internally it will be able to recognize that which type of data you have given in a particular variable. So this thing probably we have done in the last time. So now we need to see that how to assign values to the multiple variables. So this is one example. You are able to see A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 1. That means we are assigning the right hand side value to the left hand side variables. So A, B, C, all the variables are having value 1. This was earlier, this was also allowed in C, C++ or any other language you have done till, but you can see the difference here. Here an integer object is created with the value 1 that you have seen, and all the three variables are assigned to the same memory location. You can also assign multiple objects to multiple variables. So this is somewhat not allowed in the previous C or C++ language. Like in a single statement, by using single equal to operator, we can assign multiple variables with the multiple values. So A comma B comma C is equal to 1 comma 2 comma John. So this is the beauty of the Python, that you need not to tell that A is having integer type, B is having integer or float type, or C is having character or string sort of. The value you are giving in the particular statement with the comma operator, it will recognize itself. So A will be assigned value 1, B will be assigned value 2, and John and C will be assigned with the string type of value John. So here two integer objects have been used, and other is string object has been used here. Okay, as you know, we are having some standard data types in every language, like you have seen integer, float, double, or array of characters, or these type of things. Or string is also considered data type if you are using enumerated data types. So here the standard data types that are defined in the Python, we will see one by one what is the strength of these data types. The data stored in memory can be of many types. For example, a person's age is stored as a numeric value and his address is stored as a alphanumeric characters. Python has various standard data types that are used to define the operators possible on them and the storage method for each of them. So Python have 5 standard data types. When we talk about data types, see, it has start with the line of memory, because when we say int a is equal to 2, or in Python we say a is equal to 2, that means it is assigning, it is first of all creating a memory location for a, and if you have said equal to 2, then it will create the equivalent memory location that is capable to hold an integer type of value. So it will definitely leave 2 bytes of the data so that user can use the value that is being assigned. So that's why they have started in data types with the thing of the memory. Python has 5 standard data types: numbers, string, list, tuple, dictionary. The strength of the Python language basically, in fact, lies in these data types. So I repeat it: numbers, you know; string, you already know. This is somewhat, if you have done already C, C++, you might not be very much aware about it. that how directly we can use it: list, tuple, and dictionary. So let's see one by one each of them. Numbers. Number data types store numeric values. Number objects are created when you assign a value to them. For example, var1 is equal to 1. So variable 1 is having or holding the value that is equal to 1. Same in case of variable 2 holding the value that is equal to 10. You can also delete the reference to a number object by using the del statement. The syntax of this is del variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, or n number of variables. So basically it is saying rather than it uses the data types in the form of objects. So while declaring any variable or while defining any variable, when you create an object of a particular data type, when time comes, although Python support automatic garbage collection, but if you intentionally want to delete, you have liberty to delete the data type object. So we have deleted here del var1. So variable 1 will stop holding that particular number, or in other terms, var1 will be freed, and hence the memory that is holding by this particular variable will also get free. You can delete a single or multiple object by using a single del statement or del command. Python supports 4 different numeral types. So we have seen that there are 5 types of standard data types: numbers, string, list, tuple, dictionary. Further, these numbers have several other types of data capacity to hold, like integer, float. You have already studied in different languages. So it is saying that 4 types of numeral values it can hold. One is integer, long. Integers, they can also be represented in octet or hexadecimal form. You have studied in fundamentals of computer the basic structure of the different type of base system. Like if it is having base 2, that means it can have maximum 2 values. Base octal, so it can have 8 values, 0 to 7. Hexadecimal, so it can hold 0 to 15. Addresses would be there, like so on. Float is nothing but the real numbered values, that containing floating point values, or you better know it in the decimal point values. And further, complex numbers. Examples. This is the example of integers, the very first column. So 10, 100 or minus values can be represented in integers. Long can have octet and hexadecimal values that it has been described earlier. Float is having decimal sort of values. Complex is having real or imaginary type of values, like you have studied in your 10th or 12th. Now let's come to the Python string. In any particular language, string is a very important data type, whether that is directly being used or it can be used as a character of arrays. Generally in C we used to use it as character of arrays, and then we can scan and print the strings. So here we are having string type of data type that in the previous example when you used here ABC, in C you have placed the value of a string. How it comes that it is a string? By double inverted commas. So when you give it in double inverted comma, it will come to know that you are giving string and a variable should hold this value. This is not mandatory to be given double quotes. You can also give it into single quotes. So sometime while you prepare a application of SQL, so there a single quote create problem because it might be considered as a escape character. So it is a better choice when you take double quotes for the string values. String in Python are identified as a continuous set of characters represented in quotation marks. Python allows for either pairs of single or double quotes. Subsets of strings can be taken using the slice operator. Okay, so this square bracket can be used, and you can have the subset of string, means a small part from a particular string with indexes starting at 0 in the beginning of the string and goes up to the end of the string. The plus sign is the string concatenation operator, and the asterisk sign is the repetition operator. Let's take an example. Here str is a variable, so we have assigned hello world in this particular variable. So you can count the number of characters, like h is for one character. Generally in languages the index starts from 0, so if you print the index of 0, so h will be printed. Let's see this. See, it is a live demo program, so we can also execute the code. So I'm clicking on the live demo. It will show me the code in the editor. In the meantime, we can see that these statements are in comments because hash sign is there. So print str will print hello world sign of exclamation. Here you can see this. So let's see how it is working. Let's make every statement as comment for better understanding of each line, that what it is doing. So when I execute this program, as per the written code, hello world sign of exclamation should be get printed on the screen. So see, we have got hello world here. So let's remove the comment from the line number 6. It says that it will print first character of the string, because as we have interacted that in language the first character is started from the 0th index. So if I need to print the first character, I should write it that I need to fetch the data from 0th index. This is the same concept you have studied in the array. If you forgot the concept of array in your C that you have studied, you can say me, I can revise that concept as well, that how array work. Array is nothing but it can hold multiple similar type of data values, and we represent that with the name of an array. So here str is a variable, and if I give in the square brackets 0, so just a moment. Okay, so it will print the value h. So you can see that value has been printed here, and see 0 1, see 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it is having 11 characters. If I say put the 11th character, then it should print us the sign of exclamation that is written here. So you can say that whole string can also be used as an array of characters, and through printing the value of indexes we can print it. And in earlier line you have seen that by giving the name of the string, name of the variable, you can print the whole string as well. So let's see the next statement. Print string to column 5. So it will print the characters from 2nd to 5th position. And as we know that our index has started from the 0th position, so 2nd index will definitely print the 3rd character, and 5th index will print 6th character. You can see this wordings in the comments as well. From 3rd to, here it has written 5th, but here it should be 6th, as I believe. Let's check it out. So 0, 1, 2, L is printed here, 3 is printed here, 4th is printed here, and 5th is printed here. 5th is blank, so it is not printed here. 0, 1, 2. In 2 we are getting basically 3rd character, and in 5th we are basically getting 6th character, but 6th character here is blank, so it has been printed there, but we are not able to see it. If I put some particular word here instead of blank, then it would get printed here. Oh, but okay, no issue. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's continue the same thing. If we delete the comment from the 8th line, we are saying that 2 colon blank. This is a very important property that you are going to see. Further, while doing the data processing, you would be able to do the processing with the help of these columns only, these column sign only. So you are saying from 2nd position to all rest of the positions. So from 2nd position, second position means from 3rd character, because index has started from 0. So it will print the whole string. We have done multiplication with the string. See, so this is also the strength of the Python, that you can print double string by using the asterisk operator. So it is not generally allowed in the previous languages that you have learned, like C, C++. So this is another property we have seen. Only so that everything that you are doing here that goes into your mind. Print string. Let's see the last statement. It says that print concatenation of the string, like we have seen in the theory, while putting the plus sign. So if you want to club or concatenate 2 strings, you can use the plus operator. Hello? test. I have used \n, that is a escape character for the new line. It has printed me hello world in next line. So you can do different type of hit and trials so that you should be able to get a better understanding that how it works. Okay. So we have seen the second type of data type, that is string. Now the another important data type is the list. Lists are the most versatile. These things are something that should be done slowly, so that a mashup should not get about the data type, and later on you should be able to use it freely. So see, the another data type is list. Lists are the most versatile Python's compound data types. A list contains items separated by commas and enclosed within square brackets. To some extent, lists are similar to arrays in C. One difference between them is that all the things belonging to a list can be of different data type. So it is saying that a list is somewhat similar to array. Array was used in C and C++ that have capacity to hold similar type of data elements. Like if I said any name of the array names, and if I place 100, so I can put 100 names into it, and that should be of a similar type of data element. That either I should use characters only for all the names, and I could use integer type of data for an array, but I cannot use something that is containing alphanumerical sort of things. Like I can't put address in the array that might have alphanumerical sort of things, and for this particular purpose I used to do processing with the structures. But it is saying that list is similar to an array, but it has replaced or removed the constraint of that particular array, that it can hold different type of data variables, data values in the string, data values in list variable. So see, the values stored in a list can be accessed using slice operator. So this is second time we are studying it, slice operator, a square bracket with indexes starting at 0 in the beginning of the list and working their way to end. The plus sign is similar to the string concatenation, and asterisk sign is similar to the repetition. So this is the method of defining of a list. List is equal to, so list is a variable here, it's not a keyword here because we have defined it with the name of list only, and the values in the list is ABCD 786. So we are using character type of values, integer type of values, and real or float type of values. Teeny string is another string with the name of teeny string. It has only 2 values. So in these 2 statements you have defined 2 strings with different type of data, and now you can print these strings by print list. It will print the very first list and see the output. It would look like this. Okay, because it is a list, so in output also you can observe that a list is given here. Print list 0. List 0 means the 0th index value. So at 0th index we are having this. It will print us ABCD. print elements starting from second to third position, second till third position. So first to 3, 0th is the first index, first is the second index. So like string, you can use colon operator to print. Rest operations are quite similar to the string that we have earlier seen. These colon operator to the end of the list, this asterisk operator to print list 2 times, this is for concatenation list. So these are the similar operators. So we are seeing numeral type of data, string type of data, and list type of data, right? So next we will see tuple and dictionary type of data. These are also very important, dictionary especially very important. So in the meantime, can we take here 10 minutes of break?